The end of four great conqueror. Welcome to Story Vault, where we unlock the mysteries of history and delve into the lives of remarkable figures. Have you ever wondered how some of the greatest conquerors met their dramatic ends? Today, we bring you the captivating tales of Charlemagne, Attila the Hun, Adolf Hitler, and Cyrus the Great. Join us as we journey through time and witness the final chapters of their extraordinary lives. Don't forget to subscribe to Story Vault for more fascinating stories like these. Stick around until the end for an exciting announcement. Let's begin. Charlemagne, also known as Charles the Great, was a medieval ruler who became the king of the Franks in 768 and later the emperor of the Carolingian Empire in 800. He played a crucial role in shaping the political and cultural landscape of Europe during the Middle Ages. Charlemagne's reign was marked by military conquests and political achievements. He expanded his empire through numerous campaigns, successfully conquering and incorporating vast territories into his realm. His rule had a significant impact on the consolidation and spread of Christianity in Europe, and he was a patron of learning and scholarship. Charlemagne's death occurred on January 28, 814, in Aachen, the capital of his empire. He was around 71 years old at the time. The exact cause of his death is uncertain, as there are conflicting accounts in historical sources. Some suggest that he died from pleurisy, an inflammation of the lungs, while others propose that he suffered from pneumonia or another illness. Following his death, Charlemagne was buried in Aachen Cathedral. His empire was divided among his three sons according to the Treaty of Verdun in 843, which led to the eventual fragmentation of the Carolingian Empire into separate territories. Despite the dissolution of his empire, Charlemagne's legacy endured. He is remembered as a great ruler, a unifier of Western Europe, and a figure who contributed to the development of a distinct European identity. His reign had a lasting impact on European history, and he is often considered one of the most influential rulers of the medieval period. Attila the Hun. Attila the Hun, an infamous leader of the Huns, held great power and influence during his reign from 434 to 453 AD. He gained a reputation as an exceptionally fierce and mighty conqueror, leaving a lasting mark on history. The exact details surrounding Attila's death are somewhat obscure, and historical accounts vary. According to the historian Priscus of Panium, who was present at Attila's court, Attila died in 453 AD shortly after his marriage to a woman named Ildiko. Priscus reports that Attila indulged in excessive drinking during the wedding feast and suffered a severe nosebleed in his sleep, which resulted in his death due to choking on his own blood. Other accounts, such as those by Jordanes and Marcellinus Comes, suggest that Attila died from a severe case of internal bleeding, or that he was assassinated by his new wife. These accounts, however, are considered less reliable than Priscus' version. After Attila's death, his empire quickly disintegrated, and the Huns lost their dominance in Europe. The precise reasons for the decline of the Hunnic Empire are complex and multifaceted, involving factors such as internal conflicts, military setbacks, and geopolitical changes. Attila's death marked the end of an era of Hunnic power and expansion. He left behind a legacy as a feared and respected warrior, whose military campaigns and influence left a lasting impact on the history of Europe and the perception of the Huns in popular culture. Adolf Hitler, the leader who governed Germany under the Nazi regime from 1934 until 1945, faced a tumultuous and eventful conclusion. In the midst of World War II, as the Allied forces approached Berlin, Hitler's grip on Germany began to disintegrate quickly and decisively. In late April 1945, with the Soviet Red Army advancing towards Berlin, Hitler took refuge in his underground bunker, located beneath the Reich Chancellery. On April 30, 1945, Hitler and his longtime companion, Eva Braun, were found dead in the bunker. According to the official account, Hitler died by suicide, while Braun died by ingesting poison. Hitler is believed to have shot himself in the head, and Braun may have taken cyanide. Their bodies were reportedly carried to the garden above the bunker and burned. The circumstances surrounding Hitler's death have been extensively studied and debated by historians. The Soviet Union, which captured Berlin, conducted an investigation and claimed to have recovered Hitler's remains. However, the lack of full access to the remains and the disposal of the bodies led to some lingering conspiracy theories and speculation. Following Adolf Hitler's death and the crumbling of the Third Reich, Germany found itself in a state of surrender on May 7, 1945, marking the significant turning point that effectively brought an end to World War II in Europe. The unconditional surrender of Germany signaled the collapse of the Nazi regime and set the stage for the subsequent events that would shape the post-war world. Hitler's legacy is one of immense destruction, as he was responsible for initiating World War II and orchestrating the Holocaust, resulting in the deaths of millions of people. His ideology of Nazism and his brutal regime left a dark stain on history. The end of Hitler's life marked the conclusion of his reign of terror and signaled the beginning of post-war Europe's efforts to rebuild and establish a lasting peace. Cyrus the Great. The demise of Cyrus the Great, also referred to as Cyrus II or Cyrus the Elder, is a topic that sparks discussion and uncertainty. Cyrus the Great, who established the Achaemenid Empire and reigned from 559 to 530 BCE, holds the distinction of being recognized as one of the most accomplished and compassionate conquerors in the annals of history. According to the ancient Greek historian Herodotus, Cyrus died in battle while campaigning against the Massachia, a nomadic tribe located in Central Asia, around 530 BCE. The details of his death vary in different accounts. Herodotus states that Cyrus was killed by the Massacheta's queen, Tomiris, after a fierce battle. However, other sources offer different versions of his demise, including dying of natural causes or being wounded in battle and dying later. It's worth noting that ancient historical accounts can be influenced by biases, legends, and inaccuracies, and the exact circumstances of Cyrus the Great's death may never be definitively known. Nevertheless, his death marked the end of an era, and he left behind a significant legacy as a conqueror, administrator, and founder of the Achaemenid Empire, which would go on to become one of the most influential empires in history. Well, here we are with the fascinating stories of Charlemagne, Attila the Hun, Adolf Hitler, and Cyrus the Great. These powerful leaders greatly influenced the path of history, leaving behind legacies that continue to captivate us. Stay tuned for our upcoming episodes on Story Vault, where we will delve into even more enthralling tales from the depths of time. Remember to follow our channel, Story Vault, for further exciting historical adventures. In the meantime, let's continue unraveling the remarkable tapestry of our past by exploring its extraordinary intricacies.